You want explosive, John?
Yeah, let's see what else we could do here.
Here comes Bruno. And I'm telling you, he doesn't. If you want the absolute right tone of righteous indignation, fans, this is it.
Yeah.
This is what a lot of us were feeling, and a lot of us wanted to say, and us journalists couldn't, but Bruno could, and he doesn't hold anything back in this next clip. This is, well, amazing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Without further ado, let's go right to Bruno Sammartino and hear what he had to say.
Bruno, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning to you, sir.
John?
Yes.
How are you, John?
Yeah, we're on the air now, Bruno, and it's great to have you here at the Pro Wrestling Spotlight. It's been a while, and of course, what's been happening in the world of professional wrestling over the last few months, at least, coming out publicly, including the Zahorian Trial in Pennsylvania, and of course, I think the most scathing article that has ever been written about professional wrestling Friday that came out in the New York Post. You had a lot to say about it, and in my gut feeling personally is that I think it had finally prompted the WWF to make a statement regarding steroids and institute a new steroid policy in the WWF, and I think that these comments that came out publicly Friday in the Post were long overdue, and for me and for the rest of the wrestling fans out there that love pro wrestling, everybody wants to thank you for this.
Well, thank you, John. Of course, wrestling was my life. I loved wrestling, and I owe an awful lot to wrestling, and naturally, a lot of the things that have happened in the past 7-8 years really hurt. It pained me an awful lot to see the game that I love to have so many things happen to it. And, of course, what worries me now, you say that the WWF has made some kind of an announcement about some kind of a steroid testing or what have you. And what I fear about that is that could also be a real sham, just like their regular drug testing is. This is great if there was any sincerity, which I doubt, knowing those people. It would be great if there was any legitimate sincerity, and the only way you could do that and really do it and really do some good and clean up all this mess is by to have an independent body to be witness to these testings and to get results from the lab, and not like the present testing that they have for other drugs, to where supposedly they test the wrestlers and only one person gets the results from the lab, which is sheer nonsense, because that's all it is a sham, because there's no way that you're really finding out if there is a problem, how serious, because let's face it, if my understanding is that Vince McMahon only gets the results. So what do you think, that if some of his headliners come back positive, that he's going to make it public, or he's going to give a suspension or anything like that when these guys are headlining? No, it's a joke. So if there's any sincerity at all in trying to clean this thing up, there has to be an independent body to witness to the whole thing, and then I would believe that they are legitimately trying to do something about it to rid wrestling of all these drugs and poisons that exist in it right now.
Well, of course, they had a press statement made this past Friday, coincidentally after the Post had published the recent Phil Muchnick article with your comments in it. They made a statement. I don't know if you saw the New York Post yesterday, but they did have a major story saying that the WWF tackles steroid use. Basil DeVito from the WWF, this is a quote. According to Basil DeVito, there have been statements and stories of problems with steroids. We don't believe they're true, but we can't prove they're not, so we've created a policy that will stand up to public scrutiny. And according to DeVito now, the WWF is going to contact labs conducting tests for the NFL and NBA and going to ask them to propose the best way to test their wrestlers. So apparently what you're saying could be true, where they're going to do it in-house and by themselves.
Well, if that's true, fine. That's great, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I mean, the ridiculous statement by DeVito saying that, in other words, that the suggestion that there may be some steroid use. In other words, there's a big question mark there that maybe and maybe not. I mean, right there, who the heck is he kidding, for God's sakes? That in itself is so damn ridiculous, for God's sakes. What the sham of the whole thing is that when they had the trial with Zahorian, they named 4 or 5 individuals. What a joke that was, 4 or 5. My goodness, I remember in the 70s in Allentown in Hamburg, I mean, we used to laugh about it because the line was so long of the guys getting their goodies from the good doctor.
Yeah, Bruno.
They want to make it sound like there's just a couple of guys who are on it. It's a joke.
Yeah, not to interrupt, because I would like you to spend some more time with us today if you can. We are scheduled to go into an AP network news break in about 30 seconds. Can you hold on the line? Can we get back to this conversation right after the news break? Thank you very much. We'll return with the living legend himself, Bruno Sammartino, after we break for AP Network News. Back after the news break.
955-1240. We'll be back with more of the Pro Wrestling Spotlight after these words.
Pro Wrestling Spotlight Productions is proud to bring you this Weekend of Champions update. Wrestling fans, Saturday, August 24th and Sunday, August 25th, the Quality Inn at LaGuardia Airport will be the place for the largest gathering of wrestling champions ever assembled. You can meet 7-time NWA champion Nature Boy Ric Flair, 6-time NWA champ Lou Thez, living legend Bruno Sammartino, the original Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, all-time women's champ the Fabulous Moolah, the one and only superstar Billy Graham, plus Rick Rude, Woman, Jim Cornette, Ox Baker, and others to be announced. 30 wrestling dealer tables, an auction with personal artifacts donated by the champions' personal collections. Other events to be announced. Admission $5 per day, just $3 for kids under 12. Autograph passes $10 per day, which give you autographs of all the stars. Make your plans now for the biggest wrestling fans convention ever, Pro Wrestling Spotlight's Weekend of Champions. Wrestling fans, have you gone to your local video store looking for the latest WWF or WCW video, only to find your dealer no longer buys the newest wrestling titles? Well, if you had your fill, look no further than Will the Thrills Video of Coram and Ronkonkoma. Will the Thrills Video has all the latest wrestling videos and, of course, all the big titles released over the past 6 years. Will the Thrills also carries all the wrestling video games on the market today. They have the largest selection of wrestling videos and video games on Long Island. Check out their baseball card and collectibles corner, and visit Point Blank Sound in the back of the store for a selection of thousands of CDs and cassettes. They even do film-to-video transfers. Visit Will the Thrills Video at the Plaza 99 Shopping Center on Middle Country Road in Coram, one additional location in Ronkonkoma. Call 698-0111, 698-0111. And don't miss the biggest names in pro wrestling appearing live at Will the Thrills all summer long. Will the Thrills Video, your one-stop wrestling video shop.
Now, back to the Pro Wrestling Spotlight on the new WGBB.